Growing up in the North nowadays is a split between modern living and keeping our culture alive. Inuvik Northwest Territories does have a lot of modern-day perks. We have a year-round swimming pool, a few different hotel chains, restaurants, hair salons, and even tanning beds. Amazing architecture, and some new construction. Keeping culture alive is so important to our people, especially to start teaching children from a young age. We're on our way out on the land to see my brother. He's been out hunting and trapping for the past 5 months. He met us about 15 minutes from the cabin. The cabin is located 50 miles by Skidoo, southwest of Inuvik. As soon as we got there, Ryan took us out on a lake behind the cabin.
My name is Ryan McLeod, and today we're setting some muskrat traps.
First, you have to find muskrat houses on the lake called push-ups. Sometimes you have to dig through a lot to find just a few open ones. Once you find an open push-up, you have to find the muskrat's feeding bed. That's where you set your trap. You have to seal the push-up every time you reset your trap to keep the opening from freezing. When trapping, it's always good to take your time so your traps are set properly. because the work you put into it is what you get out of it. A few hours later, we went back to check our traps. Muskrat traps are usually checked twice a day. We got one. Drowned rats can be dried off by rubbing them in sugar snow. Skinning should always be done as soon as possible to avoid spoilage. The meat is a seasonal delicacy, and wasting the meat or fur goes against traditional beliefs. Later that day, we cut down a nice big tree. With modern equipment like a chainsaw, it doesn't take long before the wood pile is stocked up nice and high. We'll be nice and warm tonight. After all that work, we settled down with some hot, fresh coffee. And we even watched a movie that night. Ryan showed us other trapping he's done. I asked him what he thought of modern day trapping versus trapping back then.
I think with the high price of gas nowadays and having to buy a lot of store-bought food, it's a lot harder to make a living as a trapper. Compared to long ago, you lived off the land, you didn't have to buy gas, you had your dogs, and all your food came from the land. And the fur, it was used a lot more for clothing and some expenses. Just the basic things: sugar, flour, tea, rifle shells, stuff like that. But for me, I just enjoy it. I think it's a good way to keep in touch with your culture. I enjoy showing younger kids it's a skill you have that no matter what, you'll always have it, and you'll have a way of making money and staying active. It's a lot of hard work being a trapper, but you enjoy it. At the end of the day, you enjoy what you do, and that's what I love about it.
Elders all over the region stress the importance of teaching our culture to children at a young age. Nothing makes them prouder than to see their knowledge passed down to the next generation.